so here I was.
Yeah.
I'm a graduate. I've worked. Okay, nimeonja work life kiasi. God amenisimamisha akaniambia niingie biz. You've reminded me of a conversation I had with a minister.
Shucks.
And so my mom had gone to this minister.
Yeah.
And told them, oh, my daughter is just at home, nini, blah. Now, and that's the other thing, you need to separate men and their offices. Because my mom, the word came through her. But she's the same one. going to tell everyone at how I've refused to work and I'm just now doing funny things. Seriously. Anyway, so this minister, then at the time, I didn't know I was depressed. So, I didn't know that. So, because I also have an introverted personality. So, another thing about the wilderness, it's very isolating. Utaki story mob. Unataka tu God. You want to be in your thoughts. You want to be alone.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was it. But I didn't know. In fact, it's actually shout out to social media. It's social media that made me know. Because now I encountered videos of guys sharing their depression pit.
Yeah.
So when I looked, I was like, "Hiya, my room looks like this." I was like, "Oh wait, I'm depressed." Okay. So now this particular minister told me an idle mind is the one that gets depressed. So you have to look for things to do. Imagine niliambiwa hivyo Linford. Because I'm too idle.
So these other people out here were depressed, it's like because of idleness.
Yeah. So here's the conflict. I'm here, I'm obeying God. I'm in the wilderness season. There's no and don't even try at God. Let me tell you, the God who took you in the wilderness is the one who will take you out.
You can't be prayed out of it.
You cannot.
You can't.
You can't apply your way out.
Because you're not dealing with demons.
Yes.
You're dealing with God himself.
Thank you. And you cannot pray away God. So
you can't tell God,
come out. Jesus.
For a fact.
In fact, there's another friend of mine. Her wilderness was so interesting. So her contract ended. Then they used her CV to craft the JD of the person they were looking for.
Wow.
So we're chosen a wilderness. So now,
what?
It was so funny. As in, it's her credentials that are being used now to look for her replacement. Not to renew her contract. Yeah, okay. Wapate mse kama yeye.
Yeah.
Oh, fear God. Now, so this minister was telling me how I have an idle mind and I should work to make every day purposeful and I have goals and set visions. And now, when we say God is a God of times and seasons, and he has not ordained for you to get out of the wilderness, you are just going to keep being, labeled. By the way, you'll be labeled idle, lazy, lacks vision.
For a fact.
Yeah, in fact, I'll never forget a cousin of mine. Alijua nilikuwa nakaa home. And then we met and he had this big short job and he was like, Jerry, bado unafagia.
Wow.
Imagine he told me that.
Damn.
Hey,
okay.
So I was like, okay.
Damn.
So
that's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
I know. So Lino's hapo, it's true. Like you have to switch off some voices when you're in that season because it's God who's the voice of truth.
For a fact.
Yeah.
And one thing I realized about it is he intentionally, oftentimes I used to think like, see, you reveal to them because in the first place you're the one who revealed it to me. He blocks them. It's like he blindsides them.
Yeah.
It's like you are just solo on it. And one thing I came to even realize about it is you can't afford to share your journey with just anyone.
Yeah.
Because I remember this particular time I'm sharing with a friend of mine. Namwambia jani yangu maliko. Ako like, what's that? Cause yeye hajaikwa kwa jani kama hiyo. So ako like ile design ya abudo unafaa ujitume. Kwanza by the way in an era we're in an era whereby it's like it's a fast paced life. Do this, wake up, fanya na all that.
Call nani, brand yourself.
So
network,
when this happens now, whereby it's like God now tells you, by the way, I want you to slow down. It's a complete opposite of what you're seeing around.
Very true.
And I remember that particular moment, God had to help me identify on who to actually share. That particular time I used to share with my mentor, Pastor Curtis. And when he's not there, I used to share it even with you. Actually, it's you who I used to share my journey with, like, you know, because I figured, oh, shucks, kumbe you're in that journey, you know. So it's you that I used to be like, hey, by the way, this and this is happening. And I used to get out of there so refreshed. It's also in that particular journey, it's a time, if you get the opportunity to speak. Like, try as much as possible and speak. If God has kind of sort of brought to you people who are like on the same journey, per se, with you and everything, share. Try as much as possible, make dates. And dates can be just like, you know, one thing, but the Ivy, one thing I want to commend on you. Ivy is so chilled. Najua ameongea hapa hivi story gari, so mko like, oh my God, this chick, you know, ash kick. But one thing about her
really?
Is, I remember this is one time I told you, when I see you, I see Jesus, and I see how Jesus left all the glory, and when he came here, akutuletea the aspect of vile ametoka kwa do. You can make sense. He was able to relate with us, find people such as that. And I remember that particular time, date ni unaweza enda place ya chipo, place ya soda, Quickmart, I mean wako na food court, Naivas wako na food court, nunua to drink.
Thank you.
You know.
Yeah.
Ningesema hii statement, but hii wacha ni reserve. Ningekuambia tu like ile design or call your boy, niambie Linford nahitaji so, but you know, nataka kwenda hii place. But it's time for you to just talk with people who are on the same journey. And here's one thing, maybe I might not, I don't know, but maybe God even might allow me or empower me to kind of sort of, you know, talk to you, maybe, you know, because one thing about the Resetpodcast, Ivy, the intention behind it was to create one large family that was not like centrally focused on an individual, but on a whole community. So it's not like it's just me. It's like, how are we able to hold each other's hand? Maybe you can DM me, or you can just talk to me about, you know, your wilderness nini. Talk. It helps.
It really does help.
For a fact, because nilikuwa naambia Ivy stuff, anakuja ananiambia vitu, then I'm like, oh my God, I really needed to hear that, you know. And God always finds his own way of just confirming things and all that. So in a fast-paced life, God know amekwambia slow down. Now I want you to kind of sort of be at where I'm at. When you're starting it, let's just talk about the starting. You will be for a fact heavily criticized. I remember when I exited of and the people who criticize you, they're not criticizing because maybe wanataka kuprove your point or something. It's they don't understand you, and you can't actually really blame them. You know, you can't actually really blame them because they literally don't get what's going on or how to go up navigate about this whole thing. So one thing that really came out strong was they heavily criticized unachaji nini. I remember that particular moment, everyone was like, dude, make mistake, umefanya nini. Fast track to a year later, that the same people, they're like, Linford, I've really seen change. Like, you really hear God. Linford, I've been watching your life. I remember, actually, there's this So I remember he was like, hey, by the way, I was like your number one criticizer, but now I get why. Now I'm no longer a criticizer. I'm supporting, I'm watching for you on this journey. And actually I remember it was actually my birthday. It was like, I know you want to I remember one of my friend was like, like you're still, your birthday will bring you like lots of chums, nini, but deep down I was like, I don't think this is over yet, but okay, let's just roll with it. Sour, yes. But I remember the same friend who criticized me was the same friend who was like, Linford, I don't see that, but I still see that there's some process that had to be undertaken before stuff starts happening. And I remember that particular moment. It's actually something that actually the Lord came on and told. So you remember I shared with you that revelation. The Lord told me there are many processes that you must pass through before you're presented. So I knew that this is not over yet. But just the aspect of just coming to realize that my critics wamegeuka kwa believers, it's like it's sung by boy fulani anaitwa Loki the Great. Napenda rap zake sana. Anaimba yeah, secular. So if you are too staunch of a Christian, don't listen to it. But nothing
Block
against. Yeah, nothing against. But for me, you guys know, I've already spoke to the pod about it, that I listen to secular music. And yeah, I want to explain so much. It's like, but I feel like also explaining too much,
you don't need to.
Yeah.
And you don't even need to justify it. You're like, okay, I'm at a point where really, okay, it makes you happy to think that I'm a sinner because I listen to Cardi B. Okay, oh yeah, okay, go, sawa.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Go to the Holy Club.
Yeah.
Sisi wengine ni reject.
In fact, I like to say, mi ndio nitasimama napita hapo tukukaribishe heaven. Welcome. Hey, brother, make it. Karibu sana. Just to spite you. Anyway.
And I was hearing like an interview for Lacrae, na alikuwa anasema pia anasikizanga secular music, and he was like, how do you want to answer questions while you haven't listened?
That's true.
Sijui can make sense. Like you can't answer questions that you haven't listened to. So he was like, how are we to answer questions while we haven't taken our time to just listen to what they're speaking? Because in as much as, here's the thing, nilikam kurealize hivi, in as much as secular is just filled with all this vulgar language, all that of which I have nothing. Okay, for me I curse, so like it's a big gift for me. But in as much as it's just filled up with so many of these words, all that, people singing all these things and all that, this is someone who's crying out for help. But we always tend to interpret it as reject them. Yeah, they're not on our side. I mean, what the
And sincerely, I think secular is in levels. Like it's not like you're listening to music like, oh, I just want to lick, suck, No, there's some, like, in fact, there's one of my favorite songs is a song by India Ari, and it's a song that I really felt like God used it to minister to me.
Yeah.
And it's called Break the Shell.
Yeah.
The lyrics say, the chorus says, child, it's time to break the shell. Life is going to hurt, but it's meant to be felt.
Yeah.
You cannot touch the sky from inside yourself. You cannot fly until you break the shell. Please tell me, what about those lyrics is demonic? Is and then there's one time I used to tell God, Lord, I like to wake up with songs, so wake me up with songs. And I will never forget this song that he woke, and I knew it's him who has put it. It was this song by Taras Riley. I love you just the way you are, girl. You don't have to change, you don't have to do. Imagine God woke me up with that song. And it's a time I had terrible self-esteem. And he knew the song that will get to this mama is I love
That
you
song.
just the way you are. Yeah.
And that's the interesting bit about God. It's like we always place him in a cocoon, because I know that girl was you, and Terrace Riley, God had taken his place, and he was like,
Totally.
you know.
Yeah.
And I remember even back, like really to make a God in just so much of a box. In the wilderness ndio time ana sasa I think hiyo jitoa sasa ana dismantle hiyo wooden box.
Bas.
Wood here representing your own human reasoning.
Destroys that box.
He completely destroys it. And now he kind of sort of steps out. Because I remember there's this one time, I'm in the journey in the wilderness. Things are just like, oh shit. Niko to like, hey, kitu for how long, God, man? Like, you know. But funny thing about me, nitakuwa like, for how long? But now I don't stop.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Do what you need to
Deal
do, Lord.
with everything in me.
You know, that is so funny because I relate to that. Like, it's like, there's a time I told God, this is a bad romance. It's a romance, but it's bad. But I don't want anyone else except you. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, don't
Funny.
stop.
Yeah.
I want it. I want it all. Because I don't want you to stop, and I want it all.
Yeah.
And I remember that particular time. Do you know the song that came to my mind? Was Matata, Siko Fiti. Alikuwa anasema, I take a day at a time, thinking that it's over. Life ikikupatia lemon, na squeeze na make lemonade. That's the line of the song. And I'm like, that's what I needed to hear. But I can't get that from the gospel space. Because everyone wants to sing, nothing against it, but everyone wants to sing about holy, holy. I mean, there's a time you just feel like, no, sir, I don't feel you are still holy yet. You know, there's those times.
Yeah.
But no one wants to sing about that. Everyone wants to sing about. So you find that sometimes God kind of sort of uses, and I feel like there's so much wealth. I don't want to call secular, but in our brothers who are doing their own thing, like you are just providing for the. Yeah, let's just say that. I mean, enough of world. With our brothers and sisters who are out there who are just doing life.
Yeah.
You know. And there's so much wealth that you can get from them, because I was at that particular moment I was like, Siko Fiti, yes, God Siko Fiti.
It's
like
true.
It's by the in the wilderness is the time that you come to realize that you have honest and open conversations. Enough of there, you are more of men.
You are Alpha. You are
I'm
Omega.
pissed, Lord.
You are the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
There's none like you, Jehovah.
Enough of those cringy, like those.
And for sure, yes.
Fake
but
prayers.
Yeah.
And more of what David used to say. He wronged me. I feel like killing him. I want to kill him, Lord.
Yeah.
More of those prayers. More of honesty. Prayers that are filled with honesty.
Yeah.
You know. And more of, I came to realize also with the wilderness is, he now takes the middleman away. And it's you and him. It's not you, pastor, and him.
Thank you.
It's like you, and it's that time that now the middleman is taking away. And now you're dealing with him direct. It's like the middleman might say, this is where as a church you need to head to. But God is telling you, I want you to move this direction.
That's so true.
So that's the other thing about the wilderness.
That's true. In fact, I came thinking about that, and you know, God is a lover.
Yeah.
He wants such a unique imprint in your life. There's only a level of God that you can express. And that's what the wilderness does. It fuses your DNA with God. So that expression that is just so unique to you can come out. Yeah.
For a fact.
And that's why the middleman needs to not be there. In fact, there's a song by Eddie Quainina. He says, You live and you learn. You can't please everybody.
Yeah.
In fact, there'll be those who spit on your dead body.
Yeah.
You take all the advice you can take, and one day you'll be done baking other people's cake, living
Yeah.
other people's lives, living other people. So all these things, yes, you listen to all these mighty men of God. Fantastic.
Yeah.
But God doesn't want to reproduce a Selman. He doesn't want to reproduce who else do we love? Michael Todd. He doesn't want to reproduce a Tasha Cobbs. He wants to produce Linford. He wants to produce Ivy. Yeah. So that's what the wilderness does. It invites you to a very unique encounter experience with God. Linford, there are things you'll tell me about God, Miss Idri. But he's told you. Me, I know God as a lover because that's what I've experienced. The wilderness built my intimacy with God. Me, I got to know God as the bridegroom. So me, when I tell guys, I'm going to say this is going to sound so weird. But me, I know what it means to make love to God. I know that sounds weird.
Yeah. No.
But I know what that means and what it feels like. Do you know what it feels like? Perhaps. But maybe not to the level I know. And the people I've told that think I'm just mad. But to me, I know God can be made love to. How did I know that? It's my intimacy with Him. And the secret place, I mean, the wilderness grew the secret place for me.
Yeah.
So like interacting with God, I mean, He revealed that side to me. So what this unique identity can only be found in those spaces where He isolates you. And it's exactly what you said. It's just you and Him.
So this is why, in short, it's like a new expression is birthed.
Yes.
That is tailor-made for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. There's only one expression of God that you can carry. No one else. No one else. And that's why it's so sad when we stick to this surface level, shallow kind of Christianity.
Yeah.
Because God is saying now, tumejieka tu mass market. Yeah. Sisi wote tunataka tu manyumba, magari. Hakuna mtu hapa anasema I want to have an island. An island that grows maize. You know, I mean something like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we don't even have individualized visions.
Yeah.
We all want to raise the dead and heal the sick. Fantastic. But who wants to comfort the brokenhearted?
Yeah.
Who wants to, there are so many facets God wants to manifest Himself that this mass brand of Christianity cannot do unless you subject yourself to a process. And actually, even as I'm speaking, I can feel the frustration. Yeah, it's frustrating because He's like, you know what? The solution is inside you, but can you just get a grip and come?
For a fact.
Yeah. All these things we are crying here, God, He's put the solution in men. But the men have not submitted, sadly. And so I feel that's, in fact, the wilderness is, I was listening to something and I liked what the preacher said. He said, the wilderness is actually not an opportunity, it's a privilege. Because God is saying, you know what? The same way you have decided to devote yourself to me, I'm also devoting myself to you. And I'm going to put my mark on you. That's what the wilderness is.
Damn.
Yeah. That's the essence of the wilderness. God putting His mark on you. In only a way He can. Yeah.
Nothing much to say.
Speechless. Okay. It's quiet.
Yeah, I feel like
It's quiet.
I feel like I already have my take home. Like, wow. I don't feel like adding anything. I really feel those are really heavy points.
Okay, amen. I don't know where the passion came from. I just felt that anger. But anyway, glory be to God. Yes.
Because I really feel that has really also ministered to me in a nutshell, because I literally have nothing to say. And I don't feel like saying anything. Not unless you want.
No, I think all I want to say is nothing is permanent. It's not like the wilderness may feel everlasting, but it's not. And I think for me, 2020, the whole of 2022, actually, it was from September 2021 to around 2022 March there. I always used to feel like I'm transitioning.
Yeah.
I always used to feel like, I don't know, I can't explain that feeling. I always used to feel like niko kwa bus, nangoja hii bus isonge. Like I'm in the bus, but sijui tutashuka wapi.
Yeah.
And I knew God was transitioning something in my life. I just didn't know what. And that's it. It's the same God that's why he's Alpha and Omega. If he began the wilderness, he'll end it. And I think that's what he did for me in 2022. He ended that season. And how I knew it was the end, first of all, God is so faithful. He'll send people. He'll send people to tell you. He'll even speak to you in visions and dreams. In music, God can speak in many ways. And also, you'll begin to see yourself coming into a place of preparation. So for me, what did that look like? Clean up your CV. Start dressing well. So all this preparation, I was wondering, what is it for? But now it was just the mark of the end. So the same way he's faithful to lead you into it, God is so faithful to end it for you. But man, it's just a season that's absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
And you can't wish it away. And to be honest, it's for your own benefit. Yeah. And it's for the benefit of the kingdom. Mm-hmm. Because now God will have formed his DNA inside of you.
That's what's up, man. I don't think I'll finish this pod. I think you've already said a lot. Maybe they'll be around too. But as of now, I just really feel like I'm at peace. I feel like you have accomplished that which you want to do, Lord. And I sort of speak. So,
amen.
That's what's up, guys. Yeah, that's what's up. Do you have like a IG handle?
Oh, my IG is so boring, but it's at Ivy Carey. Yes.
Like maybe for spelling, maybe.
Oh,
because I guarantee for a fact they have like easy videos na nilemianga kuedit. I guarantee you, sita nitasahau.
Oh, okay. It's just at IVYKIARIE. Yeah, for now, yeah, at Ivy Carey.
Okay, guys, that's what's up. Hope you guys enjoyed the session. For me, I feel like so heavy, so I really want to just absorb some stuff that Ivy has just gone on ahead and not just spoken. Again, it's our last episode. See you on season 2. Yeah, one thing I know about it, it's like God has given me like it's like a foggy, not clear but clear. Not, you can see this like an image. I know it's gonna be centrally focused on our stories.
I like that.
There's power. There's so much power in people's stories that we really tend to just overlook.
Yeah.
So that's like the fogginess that God has given me. So we'll see how he'll sort it out. But I just want to know you guys, I just want to let you know that I love you. Yeah, I know it's a bit ish because it's like I've never seen it, but I just feel that love, so I can tell you for a fact it's the Lord's love and still a bit of my love over there. But I just want to let you know that in case you want to talk to me. Handles ziko hapo chini. Just I've not placed my personal handle yet. I don't know why, but maybe I'll place it. But in case you just find it out, niko kwa DP yangu nika nimeinama or something, nika na sort some stuff, so utajua uni Linford. It's usually like Linford then Z_Odhiambo. So you can find me, you can hit me up, you can also speak on the comment. I'll be checking out the comments and all that. But aside from that, that's it. Yeah, it's done and dusted. Bye guys.
Bye guys.
Ndio mimi naenda kuzima kamera.